Hey team, hey, I want to be able to pick up where I left off in my last video, and it was on this screen right here. So I want to make sure that we have an opportunity to add on to what we did in the last session. So I talked about let's getting started, about the start here versus the track training and all that kind of thing. I want to take one step further, and there are some resources at the very bottom of our MLCT website that if you didn't go down there, you wouldn't really know it was there, right? So this resource and rights of use guide is one of them. And so if you go to that, it'll actually pull this up, which is a really concise way of being able to see what's actually available for our resources and what we're allowed to use. Okay, so all of the approved resources are on the left-hand side here. So like 15 invaluable laws of growth, or what I'm getting ready to do with developing a leader within you 2.0 right here. So it allows me to do an unpaid mastermind. It allows me to do a paid mastermind. You can see these at the top: unpaid, paid, unpaid lunch and learn, paid lunch and learn, unpaid speaking, unpaid coaching, unpaid training, unpaid teaching, and paid teaching. So in the developing a leader within you, those are all yeses. So we could do any number of things that we want with that particular program. And yes, the resources include not just the mastermind, but also the lunch and learn and the speaking, coaching, and training. Okay? So I wanted to show you that. But on top of that, I also want to go back and show you this whole matrix that they introduced us to at the IMC. But in this particular instance, it's a lot more thorough than just this little quick resource and rights of use guide, right? So this doesn't tell you everything, but if you go to the matrix and you download the matrix, you'll actually be able to go through what does the customer need, and then what the resource is in our portfolio within the Maxwell Leadership Certified team, okay? And then if you're at the certification level and you didn't go to the mentorship level, you'll see that it is included or not included, and then your mentorship, and if you have signed up for your executive partnership, you'll see that there, DISC for NKD, and then the corporate. But in particular, let's scroll down to one of these first ones that has the developing a leader within you. So you'll see it right here underneath the resources in the portfolio. And according to the developing leader within you, it is for aspiring leaders, new leaders, experienced leaders, and business owners. So in this particular instance, I can see that the certification level has that included, okay, right there. And also is included in your mentorship level. And it's also included in the executive program. So I can use them in all three, okay? If you have something in the executive, it most likely is in some of the others, but as you can see here with like the leadership game or the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, they're not part of the certification level, but they are part of mentorship and the executive program. So I wanted to give that to you because this is like 24 pages of everything they've got for us and resources and who is allowed to use it. Okay, so that matrix is pretty important. Now, if we go back to our start page and we go up underneath, I think it's going to end up being inside like the trainer. And so if you scroll down in the trainer, there will be a spot at the bottom that lets you get to the matrix, I believe. You might have to look through these a couple of different times, but that matrix is in one of these individual. Let's go back here to the training at the start again, just to see if we can find it in here. She showed it to me this morning on one of the calls. I got the resources and rights of use guide, and I got this matrix. Yep, here's the matrix here again. So I've got it. Yeah, the resource and rights guide. So there is a spot in there. Oh, That's what she did. She said, okay, so take a look at the top where the question mark is so you can do a search. And if you're not sure where it is, like I just didn't know where it was, you can type in matrix and search for it that way. And once you hit return on that matrix, it should pop up and show you where that matrix is. And sure enough, in the modules, there's a module just dedicated to Maxwell Leadership Marketplace Matrix and Pricing Guide. Okay, so if I click on that, that's what brings up this matrix and pricing guide. Okay, and then you can click on it right here and be able to pull it up. On top of that, you could also download the service offering pricing guide right here. So we could pull that up, and that tells you kind of like, okay, so for your service offering, let me blow this up a little bit. For your service offering on the left, whether it's a mastermind, public speaking, public workshops, coaching, team coaching, leadership game, disc assessments, it gives you a recommended price tag there, okay? And then what the terms are, the number of participants, the quantity of participants, frequency, and the annual income that you'll earn from that, okay? And then how many weekly hours you're going to need for prep time for that, okay? So it's a very healthy and very easy way to be able to figure out what's my service offering, okay? What we're going to do with developing a leader within you is I'm going to do a webinar, so a workshop in other words. So we'll do a half day per person. You can see the price is $250, and the number of participants I can go up to 50, and this is just recommended, and then the quantity is 4 of those. Okay, I can do 4 of those monthly kind of thing. They're just showing you as an example. You can put any number in here you want for these kinds of things, but this is just recommended. So there you have it, team. You can go to the resource and rights of use guide by going all the way to the bottom in the actual ribbon at the bottom and the footer, or you can go to the matrix, marketplace matrix, which tells you all of your customer needs with the resource that should be matched with it and what level of the Maxwell Leadership Certified team that you're on. And then the pricing guide as well, okay? So that should give you a really good understanding of where to go when you're getting started here. And as I go through this and I introduce you to all of the different things that we're going to be doing with Developing a Leader Within You 2.0. 2.0 is one of those items, those programs that you can use at the certification level. So whether you're in mentorship or if you're part of the executive program, you don't have to worry about that. I'm giving you one that you can actually follow me on verbatim through every step of the way. And I'll make some mistakes, but we'll have some fun together too. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more clarity, and we'll see you in the next video. TriCon. Thanks, team.